I'm Kate.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Ronan.
How long have we been doing this?
It's tough to tell. It's been some iterations for a while.
It's been the three of us for a while.
Yeah, it has.
How did it start?
I think it started, you guys were in Arizona. And it would have been like December 2019. And someone I knew at a social event came up to me and said, don't suppose you know anybody in town who could do some filming. We need to document a doctor, and he's doing some really interesting work, and he's got ALS, and his speech is going to be failing him soon, and we'd really like to archive his story and the work that he's been doing.
Yeah. I remember that. I think you sent it to Kate, but she told me about it, and I thought it was immensely interesting. I mean, obviously, the family connection of my family with AUD was, a thing. So seeing that there was someone out there that had some viable treatment options was really interesting. But I kind of didn't believe it when I first heard it. Like, I kind of thought it's someone kind of, hawking some kind of, snake oil, right? And couldn't have been more wrong about that. But, it's amazing.
I think that first meeting when we started shooting Jeff for the very first time, we were all just like, wow, this person is substantial. This person is, he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's talking about, and he's relentless.
I've often had sort of passions about things, and, throwing myself probably in some ways more than I should into some projects and initiatives that my brain gets excited about.
Well, yeah, because it was COVID. So all the planning, for the year went out the window, and it was still possible for him to come into our black box theater upstairs and be safe. And what I remember so much about that is that with just him in front of the camera and us behind, he filled the room. Like, he filled the stage with his story and his presence and his compassion and
laugh. That laugh.
Yeah, very cheeky.
Yeah.
Very, very cheeky.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me going.
We want to get you
Love
going.
to get you going.
And then it grew. And then it grew because all of a sudden we realized that there were all these other story threads that he kept mentioning. He kept saying, you should talk to so-and-so. There's this patient. And he started sending me these emails, just volumes of emails of, patient stories and reactions to his presentations. And it was just, we really got so much scope of what an impact he has and how his approach is like really working. Not just the approach to the treatment, but his approach to like awareness and, constantly seeding and supporting and mentoring people, which was really cool.
And traveling through so many different communities and talking to so many people with patience and, compassion. It's just, we hear it over and over and over again, that he's kind of unlike so many people. He's so unique and powerful presence and powerful ability to give care. So it was a pleasure. It has been a pleasure to do all of these iterations, to do the clinicians video, which we're currently working on, to do the interior health video, which we did, to do the First Nations video, to do the Story Hive video, which is the celebration of Jeff himself. So
yeah, it was really nice to have the opportunity. I mean, we worked so much on the sort of technical side of the storytelling for those other videos, but to just talk about him and his family. I mean, how was it to
It was wonderful to meet his family. Wasn't that amazing?
Hi. Hi, Polly. How are you?
Because we didn't meet any of them aside from Bruce for a long time.
Yeah.
And then Story Hive gave us the opportunity to, ask to step into their lives, and they welcomed us. Wow.
Yeah.
Jeff goes into hair and makeup.
We had a little girl over yesterday, a friend of the family. We were babysitting, and she asked how Jeff lost his hair. So Maggie was telling her it's because he was running around so fast. So then they were all teasing her, just don't run too fast if you don't want to lose your hair.
Oh yeah, he's also hilarious and handsome.
Now they're just now our mom is just feeding us compliments.
Yeah,
about
no, he
him.
is hilarious though.
Yeah.
I think too, I mean, we're talking about this upstairs, but interviewing the patients was
Ooh, yeah.
just very real. Just very real. And when you get to actually meet these people that Jeff is helping directly and talk to all the people that Jeff and CODS are helping indirectly and directly, it's massive.
It's massive. But it's amazing that he's got this kind of a two-prong approach with how he's dealing with it. Like he's got like the communications that he gives to the clinicians and practitioners are one thing, but then of course he's going directly to the public and saying, you know, you can also educate yourself and you can ask different questions. And you know, like his cards, his business cards that have like URLs that you can get information from, that you can get support.
I made up 6,000 of them, 500 or 1,000 each. And basically it's just a card I can hand someone that looks kind of official.
And it's like educating the public to ask their healthcare providers the right questions is a really important piece of that puzzle. And to see that he's done that so well is just amazing.
I think it's such a mind flip to think about advocating for your own health and your own goals. I feel like that's new. I feel like previously I would go in and sort of wait to be told something.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, because you get the impression that because people didn't really know how to approach it, that the whole, you know, the answer was sort of quietly shut up and hope it goes away, right? And that wasn't working so good.
No.
It was frustrating that we couldn't go as far to as many places as we could. That was a frustrating element because there's a lot of communities that we could have gone to in person and talked to. But that was just the nature of the year, so.
It's an interesting point in the sense that because of the pandemic, we were faced with a number of restrictions, right? So we couldn't travel the way we wanted to. We couldn't have more than 3 people, you know, working on the set. So we were all doing things that, you know, normally you have more people helping out with in production, right? So those restrictions, I think in some ways they helped us because, I don't know, I think that in finding those solutions that we found, we still got really good information and we worked around the limitations of those restrictions really well. Yeah,
I think you're right. It was heartbreaking to not be able to go to Lillooet. I mean, to Kitimat.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really
We just
hard.
kept on holding off and holding off and holding off, like maybe.
Case council, come down.
Yeah.
We can do it. No.
No.
But, you know, did the best we could.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun piece to work. Emotional.
Yeah.
For sure. There's a lot of quiet little you know.
But I mean, I for one feel fortunate to have been involved with this project, you know, and I think that it's a small moment in time that we have the privilege of, you know, sharing this journey with someone like Jeff and helping to really get that out is, I think, really valuable.
Yeah, and congratulations to Storyheim for choosing us. You know, there's a lot of applicants, so we're very proud to be a part of this.
Yeah, we really are. And it's growing so much too. Like, you know, we're proud to be a part of that trajectory, but there's also so much being done by the Alcohol Use Disorder Society.
Absolutely.
Like just starting in a lot of ways. It's still not there. You know, it's not critical mass yet. Maybe, well, here it is. Like Penticton has already reached critical mass.
And now we're hearing these stories about how they're connecting with specialists and experts in Europe.
7 countries in Europe.
It feels like the football's finally being passed around.
And the IHA and FN video being shared with 900 addictions clinicians in Ontario.
It's huge. Jeff has been working so hard for this for so long. It's a relief, I think, to him that the work is going to continue.
Any funny anecdotes about our?
There's got to be something.
Well, Jeff would come in every time we shot him, and he'd start talking about all these things that were happening. I was like, "Can we just please turn on the camera? Stop!"
Still setting up a microphone. Please stop.
All those gems just lying on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just came in
I
with
think-
so much energy.
I think one of my favorites.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a Jeffism.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of heart, a lot of love.
Yep.
It's funny what we learn.
It is.
And that's a wrap.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, you guys. It's
I
really
Everything else will shut off.